Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Rhythms of Engagement. Today we're looking at the third rhythm in our framework of Spruce, and that rhythm is recreate. And the recreate rhythm is a strong, regularly repeated pattern of reshaping and aligning work around your organizational story and your unique, providable value. And so this is the melding of kind of our first two rhythms. I lost the word rhythms there. And so we want to incorporate our story and our people's strengths. And so to recreate work, we want to create work that is around people's strengths and their role in the story. And this is truly the X factor in employee engagement. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's jump into it. So, to establish our rhythm of recreate, we have kind of four main parts. And so, those four main parts are method, measure, mold, and meet. All right, one more time. Method, measure, mold, and meet. Let's jump into the first one, method. Method is all about reshaping our goal setting. And often we can get caught up in focusing on the wrong things and not having the proper priorities in our work. And so we need to be answering some key questions in terms of how do we have our priorities correct so that we can have the right methods to our work and really focusing on the right things. And so here are the questions that we think about in terms of having the right method to our work. And so what is important right now? So that's number one. What is important right now? How will that thing move us towards our vision? And then who should or must do this, right? And so think about it. What is important right now? We've talked about our story, where we're going. We understand the value that we bring and what different people are doing on the team and what their strengths are within that. And so now we're starting to ask, well, what is important for us to do right now? And how does this thing that we're choosing and we're saying is important, how does that move us towards the vision? And then when we look at that task and that strategic priority, we're starting to ask, and who on our team will help us do that best? What group of people are going to help us? Because normally these are bigger topics and bigger strategies that we're trying to implement. And so it's going to take the whole team. And so what are the values and who should be responsible and really holding the accountability for this thing? And that's going to start determining the type of work that we're doing. It's going to start determining the priorities that we're setting, the conversations that we're having, the problems that we're supposed to be incurring and finding solutions towards. And so the next thing, so then we move to the next one, and that's measure. And so we need to decide, so we've decided what's important and how that's moving us forward and what that team is going to look like. And so then we start saying, what are our measurables? What are the things that we should measure to know that we're moving towards the goal? And then, this is huge, this is what a lot of us miss, is then we need to measure for momentum. Let me say that again, we need to measure for momentum. When we're tracking goals, so often we're just comparing it to the end goal that we've set, right? We want to increase our engagement on our website, and we want to increase that by 2,000 visits a month. And so we're only looking at the end of the month, did we hit 2,000 visits? But what I'm saying, when we think about our measurement in terms of how much engagement we're getting on our website, just using that as an example, what we want to think about is what is the daily and the weekly increases of engagement, and we're watching how we're moving to that goal. Is it something where it's like we're not doing anything and then we spike it because we tried really hard at the end? Or are we creating sustainable patterns of work that is moving us forward to the goal in an incremental way so that we would have a trajectory of once we hit our goal, we don't just stop there, but we say we're going to keep moving forward and moving up and having more of a, upward trajectory instead of something that's, more up and down because we've spent time focusing on it and then we don't, and it's not sustainable. And so instead of measuring the goal in itself and did we hit the goal, we want to be measuring for momentum. Are we creating sustainability and having collective growth together? So the website engagement one is the example I used there, but that connects to all kinds of things, right? So the next one, in terms of recreating work, and is mold. So we want to mold our people, and so reshaping employee and team development through coaching and collective goal setting. And so we want to be able to sit down with people and engage them and coach them and train them, and we want to have collective goal setting. And so as a team, we're setting goals, and that talked about a little bit in the method as well, but also for the individual and molding and shaping them into great employees. We want to sit down and we want to set goals with them. We don't want to sit down with one of our employees and be like, all right, these are the goals that I've set for you. That doesn't give them ownership and excitement and drive for those goals. And to sit down, coach them, and set goals together that they're a part of is huge. And so when we're thinking about shaping our employees, I like to use an acronym SHAPE. I'm using the word shape here a lot, and so SHAPE, SHAPE, and so that stands for strengths, hopes, abilities, passions, and experiences. And so we want to know our people's strengths. We've already talked about that. We want to know what are the career hopes and just the general hopes of our people. We want to know what are their abilities and what abilities don't they have that they need to grow in, and so we can give them the knowledge and skills to be able to do the things they need to do. What are they passionate about, right? What is the thing that drives them forward? And then experiences. What have they done before? And what things do we need to set up and help them have the experiences so that they can experience the hopes that they have and career growth? And so strengths, hopes, abilities, passions, and experiences. These are huge in molding and shaping our people. And then the last one is we want to meet. So often we hate meetings. We want to get in and get out and not experience them at all, really. And I think this is super sad. What that means, if your people hate meetings, if you hate meetings, that means you suck at having meetings. Meetings should be the most exciting, exhilarating thing that you do all day. Like, seriously. But the problem is most meetings don't have 4 essential pieces to them. 1, they need to have encouragement. 2, conflict. 3, decisions. And 4, commitment. I lost track there. So encouragement, conflict, decisions, and commitment. And so within the context of your meeting, you need to be encouraging people. I'm going to have a whole video coming up here soon on encouragement and what the heck is encouragement. I think we have a little bit of a missed understanding of that, and so I want to dive into that topic a little later. But then we want to have conflict, not interpersonal relationship conflict, but intellectual, strategic conflict. We want to battle on ideas and strategies and really wrestle with solving problems together. And then we want to have clear decisions based on the conflict we had. We want resolution to that conflict. And we want to say, all right, this is what we're going to do moving forward. This is the decision as a team we have made. And then we want to establish commitment. These are the things that we are committing as a team to do going forward. And so that's me. And so collectively, this is recreating and reshaping how we work on a day-to-day basis. And so we're reshaping our method, how we're setting goals and what we believe is important and the strategic priorities that we're setting. We are creating measures that aren't based on just reaching the goal at any cost, but creating measures that predict momentum. Are we getting faster and better and growing like this, or are we, jagged edge towards it? We want momentum. We want to measure for momentum. And then we want to mold our people. We want to coach them, and we want to make decisions with them in terms of their career development. And then we want to meet with encouragement, conflict, decisions, and commitment. And this, if we start establishing these rhythms, these weekly and daily actions within our organization, we're going to start creating a healthy organization. And so this is the beauty of all this stuff, is you're going to become more effective at solving the problems and the goals. You're going to be developing people better. And ultimately, your productivity is going to rise and your profits are going to rise. And this is the beauty of organizational health. It really is kind of this undertow of everything. It's really a foundation stuff. And so Yeah. So if this was helpful, please subscribe and continue to receive more information on organizational health and the rhythms of engagement. My name's Chaz Becker, founder of Joy Tao. Have a great day.